what I can do is use a bit of dirt to fill in down here. This make a bit more sense. Shovel for that though. There's plenty of dirt around that I can yoink to fill this spot in. Then we'll just use the rake to flatten it all out. Like at this point, this is purely aesthetics that I'm going for. There's no function to what I'm doing because, as was mentioned earlier, there is no structural integrity in this game. It's not like 7 Days to Die, not like, I think there's structural integrity in Empyrean. Could be wrong, though. Right. Starting to make a bit of progress now. Like I said, though, I'm going to be moving these stairs in that direction so that this area doesn't get too cluttered. Huh? He says as he makes it more cluttered. But for now, I need them to get back out again. So we had a couple too many stairs, but that's okay. Where is my torch? Well, I got a torch over there. Could maybe do with an extra torch or two down here, but do you think we should go for torches or lanterns down in the mine, chat? I mean, there's something to be said about not having open burning flames in a mine. There's actually quite a lot to be said about that. Starting with, don't do it. It's a bad idea. You're gonna die. Get that to go in at all? I know you've got a magic pixel there, game. Whatever. You can do this the hard way if you must. Thankfully, I can dig this pretty much out from the bottom, which is glorious, in fact. I was not expecting this, but this is going to make things so much faster for me. The sad thing for chat, though, is it means that I'm probably not going to need A, dynamite, or B, a nuke. Especially the nuke. I feel that chat would have very much liked to watch me nuke this place. So we're going to have to save the nuke play for the next place we go to. But since this place is going to be providing us with a massive foundation of materials to build, we can basically decide where we're going and then kind of build as we mean to go on from the very onset. So the first part will be excavating everything out of the area that I want to put the miners into.
Huh?
Yep. Oh, this is assuming that the miners will actually work on this layer. I'm really hoping they will, because if they won't, It would probably be smart of me to check that right now before I build everything down to this layer. I never claimed to be smart. Ah, so this is a pit for your miners, I see. Aavak, gonna fatten them up a little bit before you put them into your furnace. No, I learned from the mistakes of my peers. You see, the problem with that is that, A, you're clearly feeding them. The best thing to do would be to keep them weak so that they can't even think clearly enough to try and escape, much less throw you into the furnace. But realistically, it would be better to keep them in a medicated state of sleep whilst just pumping them full of nutrients, or just capture the fat ones to begin with. Because if you get them when they're young and athletic and then you fatten them up, their body's going to still remember doing things like running, climbing, jumping trees. But if you go for the fat ones who've always been fat, that's already an indication that they're quite lazy. Because they might be really athletic to begin with, and yes, you can just fill them with sugar until they're massive, round, and can roll down a hill. But getting the athletic ones at the beginning means that they've got the willpower and drive to be athletic. No. Just get the fat ones to begin with, then put them to sleep until you're ready to eat them. Or, just freeze them. We invented refrigerators for exactly this purpose. You think they were invented to put vegetables in? No. You think all of the people who were too busy just trying to gather berries and try not to starve when the crops failed had time to invent refrigerators? No. That was invented by people on a much more nutrient-dense diet. Stick all this down so you can have a bit of a nicer view down into the mine. But yeah, I really underestimated how far over this would all come, which is just a bit of a pain if I'm honest. So I was expecting to have a lot more room to play with. I mean, I realize that that's probably part of the reason to go for the other areas, but I was hoping that we would have a little bit more over here. It's not the worst, certainly not the worst, but... Oh, Aavak is going a modest proposal again. I see. I am muted at a strange time in this stream. It's fine, it's fine. You see, the thing is my friends are playing RimWorld at the moment, and so it's put me in a bit of a RimWorld mood. And you can't be more RimWorld than discussing the pros and cons of whether to eat lithe, muscly, healthy people or the rotund ones that have clearly fattened themselves up on 8-course meals of duck cooked in plum sauce, pheasant, venison, kegs of wine. You don't want the swift tribals who've lived a life of great degrees of activity, running down their meals. No. You are the ones who've never known what it's like to actually hunt. Who've had manservants to do that for them. Why did I flatten these as well? It's like we brought up a few days ago. Eat the rich. Problem is, everyone I've ever known who said that doesn't consider themselves rich while they're sat there on the internet, on their PC/smartphone, complaining about the rich. I'd have significantly more respect for that drive if the people who were the first to say that we should do it were aware enough that they are amongst the ones to be ate. Duffelfish, to their credit, I mean, it did take me pointing this out once or twice for it to happen, but to their credit, have started saying, instead of eat the rich, eat the richer than me. I can accept that. The self-awareness alone is reason enough that I might support such a motion. I mean, I don't know what they necessarily be hoping to achieve in terms of, you know, equalizing things, but sure. Eat the unnecessarily rich. What's unnecessary when it comes to wealth? The wealth in and of itself is unnecessary. Can you eat it? Can you breed with it? Can you shelter yourself from the elements? And no, don't go and say, well, yes, I can pay rent. No. Can you use money to keep yourself warm? And I mean, I guess paper money, you can put it in a fire. But you know where I'm going with this. I feel the accumulation of wealth in any sense is unnecessary. You can sleep on money. I mean, I certainly can. Gold is very comfortable, but I'm not sure that many other people have accepted this truth yet. Try as I might to extol the virtues of beds made of glittering jewels. Very good for your back. I did. I mean, I didn't quite ask it in as crude a fashion, but the question itself, yes. All right, I think that's enough digging down here. What I'm feeling, realistically speaking, is that if the miner does work, I might want it to work, like, for the miners to be sunken into the ground. Like, have this be the foundation upon which we walk around. Like, that would be the layer that we walk around on. And then the miners just be one, like, just a little hole in the ground to get a little bit deeper in. Yeah, my money lean-to currently exists as a roll of pennies. I stood on its side while I hoped for the lack of wind. I mean, to be fair, if you actually made a shelter out of pennies, I mean, if you smelted it all down, you've got, yeah, depending on how many pennies you've got, you might actually have a decent amount of building materials there. I'm not sure you should necessarily build out of the stuff the pennies are made of, but still. It could be used as a building material. It is a possibility. Yeah, this looks to be the edge down here. I'm not sure if it's going to continue that way or what, but over there we're probably safe. So we've probably got like a 2-tile wide air run down here that we could build in, I would say. That's big enough for a conveyor, and that's big enough for a miner. And that's all we need down here. Oh, sod it. Though, that being said, if I wanted to go for the 4 mining drills, and I kind of do, this would be a problem for us. Yeah, I need to see how far back this goes, because if I want 4 in the kind of configuration that I want them to be in, then I would need 3 wide. Conveyor in the middle. Drills on the sides. And along with that, I would also want enough room either side of Sednair. We're already hitting it down here. I don't think we can take the floor down this far. That's frustrating, but one layer up and we've got all the room to play with in the world. But on this layer, not so. But let me just go and check something. Where is the pipe intake? That's at the bottom, yeah. Okay, so there is a chance that we could make this work. It would depend if a drill... Well, clearly the drill would work there because it wouldn't be on dirt anymore. No, I think we're going to have to take it up at least 1 level. Actually, chat raises a good question. We could do 2 on this level and 2 on the level above. Still, I feel that the fact that it's coming in on the sides there and there, that gives us like 1 tile of useful area, really. I'm a little bit saddened by that. Okay, I did not drive that in enough. Yeah. Oh well. It's just what it is. This is the starter area. It's not large. It's not really designed to be extensively mined, I don't think. Okay. Alright. We are going to switch some things up then. This is as far down as we're going. Actually, yeah, that's fine. We don't need this. We can take this back up. But now I've got to fill in that lower level again, which is going to be a little bit of a potch, but could certainly be worse. And I may as well... Well, actually, yeah, we could dig all of this up. And then try and rise the dirt. Because we're going to have... Yeah, there should be a solid layer of dirt there. Not so much on this side. So this side is going to need to probably have its border pulled forward a little bit. And then filled in. Because otherwise it'll look conspicuous. That said, I mean, that's the walkway over there, so I guess we could allow for it. Like, that could just be a wall of concrete going up there. And then this level would be all rock. Actually, I kind of like that idea. At the very top, I'll probably use a 2x2 concrete for that. We had the magic pixel. Yes, we did. God. It would be easier if I just stopped being lazy. Also, Scorch, thank you. Had a few bits lying around. I've loved your content since I found it back in From the Depths beta days. I think you mentioned a joke I made in an episode. Keep being great and give the fur noodles some love from chat. Oh, that's lovely of you to say. Thank you. Only in the Dapper Dell would you be able to find a community that can at once take part in a discussion about which bits of a person are the best to eat. Also, when is the person best to eat? Whilst also being incredibly cute and generous to a fault. This is actually going to raise a question. How am I going to build this support up when the concrete slabs have a very definite texture? I think we might be about to flip that texture around a little bit. Donk. Yeah, something like that will work, I think. Then up top we will have the 2x2 concrete slab, I think. Something like that. For now, I'll just pop this in, though. Oop. There you go. Generous. Thank you. Actually, I just realized the texture will be all kinds of wonky if we do that. I'll have to accept it for now. Can I get that in there? Yeah, sort of. Okay. Either that or I could like put a wooden platform there or something like that. But that creates a believable support there. Actually, no. Let's drive this back a little bit further. This is starting to look a lot better in terms of the mining space we've got available to us. Then we could build out, well, we could have double concrete slabs down here, actually. As the foundation that we... Oh, wait. We were going to take the ladders down in this direction. Never mind. I was overcomplicating things in my head there. Quite overcomplicating things, actually. Flatten everything out down here. Let's take stick this wall in. We'll replace that with concrete at the top, but this is where a ladder will come down from here. So I need to just take this in a little bit further. We're almost at the point where I can start reaching up there to get concrete slabs. Again, it's not the most engaging gameplay this part, but I think it's going to be quite cool when we're done. Sense of accomplishment will be extreme. For all the work invested in getting this up to spec. Oh. Come on. Magic pixel. There we go. Okay. Right, let's move these. Oh, that one comes right down onto that dirt pile there. That's fine, I think. I'm gonna say I'm probably gonna want a support pillar there. I'm not sure. It's a shame we haven't got like angled supports. You're installing Path of the Dovahkiin. Bilal, I had a funny feeling that a couple of people would be doing that. I had a strong suspicion that when Brian mentioned that, mod said that a few people would be like, oh, really? Maybe having this wall there is not necessary. I don't know. Maybe I could have just left that as dirt. And just had that little lip there. Or replace the whole thing. I'm not sure, really. Let's go and sleep. How much repair packs? Ooh, not that many, actually. You know what? Let me go and grab some repair packs quickly. Let's go load up my drills. Well, thank you very much for the Prime sub, Scorch. That's super, super kind of you. Yeah, for those mentioning it in chat, yeah, absolutely. Eating insects is actually completely viable. It's quite a large. There's some quite large insects too. So it's not even like you would need to really struggle to catch enough. I have no idea how nutritionally balanced they are, but I imagine you'd probably want to get sources of other vitamins and minerals, but if nothing else, your nails and hair are probably going to be amazing. Depending on the insects, obviously. You can farm crickets in the space the size of a bathtub. Wow. Right, let's go and have a kip. Crickets are cool. A cricket has 6 times the amount a steak has per weight. 6 times the amount of what? Amount of protein, right. My fiance plans to farm crickets once we move into our new place. Wow. They have 6 times the amount of cricket per weight than steak. One would hope. One would hope. Otherwise, yeah, I have questions. Yeah, I'm not liking this wall of concrete slabs. I don't know about that. I think it would look better as just a regular dirt wall. So, thunk, 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 thunk. I'm going to have to fill those back out. Also, I don't think we're going to need these concrete bits down here either. So, they're all coming up. Since I'm going to be rising the ground level down there, don't need a barrier on that level. We do on the other one. But just not up that wall. It doesn't really make much sense to me. Thankfully, armed with a shovel, this will not take us very long at all to correct. I say, full of confidence in that statement. Only now to realize that it is actually taking me a while. But I don't think we're going to actually need to build the whole thing out. I think you only really need to build out a face and then flatten it. Watch me undermine our shack now doing this. Though, again, with the rake, this game does have, like, right now what we're doing is very eco, but the rake is a very different beast. It just magics the soil away. Though, question, chat. Do you like that kind of gameplay versus this, where you can just... And the same with the pick. The pick just deletes the soil, effectively. Or do you prefer Eco's style, where each mound of dirt needs to go somewhere? Every rock you dig up has to be put somewhere. Very Dwarf Fortress in a way. I think both systems are useful, depending on the style of game. Depends on the inventory system. Even Eco has an inventory system. This game has no inventory system whatsoever. Eco's one is probably modest by a lot of standards, but this game straight up has no inventory system. Just flatten the face. And job's a good one. As you can see, some of the dirt faces are deforming in interesting ways. That is ones that I've previously dug into, or rather flattened, are kind of filling back out again. Right, there you go. Now we're going to need to take the border out at least that far. I think having maybe torches along the walls will be a nice thing. Every X many tiles would probably be quite cool. Let's fill in this ground level. And then we're done with that. We can just start moving things down. Since I know that the devices will work on this level, we're not going to have to worry as much about testing it. We're going to remove the possibility that it could all be wrong. That was a genuine concern. But this thin layer of dirt here wouldn't be enough. Mind you, in regards to the whole thing about eco, I mean, the system of drills we've got right now would not stand in eco, because they would actively be taking dirt away from underneath them. Has this game ever had anything like that? Or has it always been a very generous system, as we've got right now? Did I ever try gold mining the game? No. Can't say I did. Apologies for the time it's going to take me to fill all of this back in, but... That being said, I suppose I only need to do it in the areas where I'm going to have the drills, but... I would like to at least fill in this area at the front. I'm probably going to have conveyors back there, so I could easily justify just propping down some concrete slabs over on there. But over here, definitely need this to be flattened back out again. That's a lot faster when I can do it like this. Actually, remarkably satisfying, I'm not going to lie. Kind of getting into a zone with this. What zone? Don't know, but I'm there. Let's flatten that down. As long as it's not the Twilight Zone. What? In 1.1, they did take dirt out. Oh, okay. So, yeah, that's more something they've added in then to make the game a little bit more kinder on people. Interesting. I actually wouldn't have minded having a system like that, I'm going to be honest. Where it did strip away the soil, making it necessary to move them around a bit. Like, how did that work? Did it just delete the soil underneath them? Or did it, like, drill down or something like that? Go and buy a couple of 2x2 concrete slabs in a moment. And then reduce the amount of area that we're going to have to fill in. Wouldn't the rake be better for this? I mean, I've got to have something there for the rake to level out. My goal here isn't to remove the dirt above, it's to replace the dirt below. Because we've taken it a bit too deep. There's 1, 2 here. But yeah, the rake would have been much better to just remove the dirt. Yeah, I completely agree. Sadly, we made a mistake, so now we're paying the price. Or rather, I made a mistake, so you're paying the price and have to watch me unmake the mistake. Life is not fair. Yep. Should I get another light down here? I'm starting to feel like my torch, my headlight, is not the best, especially when it saves. Just because of the constant changing of angles, and every time the shovel moves in front of the headlight, it basically blacks everything out for a moment. Yeah, I think we should go and get a different light source. A tiny bit of dirt right there. It is. Oh, it isn't. Is it not? What? Oh, there you are, you little scoundrel. There we go. And that was a full shovel of dirt. Right, let's go and grab a torch. One torch should be enough, I think. I'll purchase 2 just in case. Grab the other and pop it just down there as well. I'm not sure how we're gonna, like, we could just rebuild the entire thing down the bottom and then have the smelted, well, no, we'd either have to have the smelters above ground or ingots being sent up, but then, yeah, you're gonna need smelters somewhere. You will need smelters at the top of the bomb. Sorry, at the top or at the top and the bottom, I should say. But there we go. That's a lot better. In fact, let me take my helmet off now. Oh, actually, that's not as good as I first thought. But it should at least reduce a bit the flickering. Are those lights stronger, I wonder? Not entirely certain.